Hello, Lions, and welcome to the 2020-2021 junior class meeting. Our agenda for today's meeting is in front of you. We'll be going over some very important information today. We're going to start talking about who's who at Westlake. We have some new additions to our team, and I'm excited to introduce them to you. Of course, we know that this is our principal, Mr. Jamar Robinson. He is going into his third year as principal here of Westlake High School. I am Miss Janelle Wingfield. Many of you know me, but for those of you who don't, I am the IB Diploma Program Coordinator. And also this year, I will be your 11th grade administrator. Just a little bit of background about me. I did grow up in Atlanta. I attended Frederick Douglass High School's magnet program and the Georgia Institute of Technology. I have raised two Lions, of whom my daughter, who is a member of the class of 2019, and my son, who is currently a student here and the member of the class of 2023. I just finished my 7th year at Westlake. And prior to being the IB coordinator and 11th grade administrator, I was also the magnet coordinator. The additional administrative team you see in front of you, Ms. Johnson is over PE and social studies and also student services, which includes your counselors. Dr. Larry is our 9th grade administrator, and she is over her CTE classes and science classes. Ms. Oliver is the 10th grade administrator. She is over fine arts, math, and the SEC departments. Mr. Menace is the assistant principal for 12th grade, and he is over ELA and world languages. Mr. Green is our athletic director. Ms. Hickman is over magnet and testing, and Ms. Hankerson is over special programs. We have two new additions to our administrative team this year, Dr. Love, who is over RTI and PBIS, and Ms. Vaughn, who is over RTI and SSTs. The Student Services Department is a very important department for you to get to know this year if you have not already gotten acquainted with your counselor. As a junior, you really want to start to form a relationship with your counselor because they are going to be the ones who are doing your college recommendations next year. So it's super important that they know who you are. Your counselor list is right here in front of you, so it goes by your last name. If you are a magnet student, regardless of your last name, Ms. McAdoo is your counselor. Ms. Hudson is our graduation coach, and we have a new college and career advisor this year, Ms. Macy Spencer. It's also important that you get to know Ms. Spencer because she will help you in finding colleges, finding summer programs, and everything you need to prepare for your college and career. Also, if you need schedule changes, if you need a copy of your transcript, anything that you need that has to do with these services in front of you, you are going to reach out to your counselor first. Now, we know that since you've been here, Westlake has been focused on Operation A, and even in this virtual environment, we are still focused on Operation A because we know that we are an A school. We just need to make sure that the rest of the community knows that we are an A school. If you are not aware, the IB program at Westlake, we are currently in our 4th year as being an authorized school in the IB diploma program, but this is our first year of implementing the MYP program for our 9th and our 10th graders. So our entire school, guys, is an IB school. Westlake PTSA, the S and PTSA stands for student. So if you have not joined the Westlake PTSA, it's very important that you do so right now, guys. Memberships for students is only $5. And think about this, PTSA is the organization that helps to bring different things into the building to help support the initiatives that students want. And so they want to hear student voices as well. So it's important that we have as many students as a part of our PTSA as possible. Also, if your parents have not joined yet, please share this information with them so that we can have a strong PTSA to support our school and our teachers. Of course, we know that this year School is started in universal remote learning. It's very different. Everything is online. The superintendent is still talking about phasing in face-to-face instruction after Labor Day. But until that happens, guys, you know we are in our universal remote learning and everything is happening via Microsoft Teams. So our school day, 8:20 to 3:30 with morning announcements at 8:15. If you have to come into the building for any reason, students, you must have your mask with you. Temperature checks are going to be required when you come in, and you will have to remain in the front lobby. If you have to reach anybody in the main office or attendance office, counseling office, magnet office, the extensions are listed on the screen. Also, we've made an update to our bell schedule, and you'll see that in front of you right now, where we will have 60 minutes of direct instruction and 30 minutes of flex time for each class period. So you still have a 90-minute class block, but we've kind of split up the way that we're going to approach it moving forward. So if you ever forget, how do you enter your classes? You're going to go to our Westlake homepage, click on class link. When you click on class link, it's going to bring you to this screen. In order to log in, you need your student ID number and your birth date with a 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit year. This is how you will log on. Once you're in class link, you're going to go to the folder that has Microsoft Office 365. When you click on that folder, it will open up and you will click on Microsoft Teams. If you'd like to check your school email, you will do so with your Outlook. So once we have started classes, you guys, attendance is very important. If you're unable to attend a class, you must notify your teacher in advance. You are expected to report to class on time and be prepared and ready to learn once instruction begins. If you report after class has started, your teacher will mark you tardy because we are taking attendance every single day. So why is it important to be on time? First of all, being on time is respectful to your teachers and your peers. It shows you are ready to learn. You will not miss important information that is given out at the start of the period. You will also have enough time to complete the first 15 because that's going to be cut off in 15 minutes, whether you come in on time or 10 minutes late. The first 15 is over 15 minutes from the start of class. It also helps to eliminate the feeling of being rushed, because sometimes when you come into something at the last minute, it does feel like you're rushed, and it is really hard to recover from that feeling. Now, our URL expectations. We do expect you to be on time, to be engaged. We expect students to refrain from inappropriate conversation and chat. We expect students to not participate in any harassment, bullying, or cyberbullying of any kind. The misuse of social media platforms will result in disciplinary actions, and we expect you to adhere to all universal remote learning expectations rules, including the dress code. And we also expect you to adhere to the Fulton County Digital and Technology Electronic Policy. So what is our dress code for virtual learning? Dress code: no sleep bonnets, do-rags, sleep scarves, no pajamas, no low cut or see-through tops, no sleeveless white tees, no t-shirts or tops with profanity, racial slurs, illegal substances, items, or wording offensive or distracting to others. In addition to this, we expect that your profile picture, when your camera is not on, will be aligned to Fulton County policies and not have anything inappropriate in it. You should not give out your ID or password to anyone else, and you cannot use the school-issued devices in any inappropriate way. It will result in disciplinary action. So what is the purpose of a dress code in the virtual environment? First of all, it will help keep everyone focused and safe. You do not want our classes are being recorded. You want to make sure that you are presenting yourself in a way that is representative of you and your family and is respectful. It is also to maintain respect for your peers and your teachers and to exercise social responsibility. So dress code violations. Your first offense, you will be warned and asked to correct your dress code. Your second offense, your parent will be contacted and informed of the violation of your dress code. Your third offense, there will be a virtual conference with your parent, and your parents will be informed that you will be given additional consequences for any repeated or escalated dress code violations. For the other URL expectations, your disciplinary consequences are your first offense. There will be a warning and a reminder for your expectations. Your second offense would be a parental call. Third offense would be a parental call, student conference. Fourth offense, virtual conference, and fifth offense, administrative conference. Okay, so now that we've got all the discipline and everything out the way, I really want to talk to you about being successful during this time. It's important that you are creating a specific space for your learning. You're not laying in bed or lounging on the couch during learning time. You should really be sitting in a desk and being focused on your schoolwork. Have a table or a desk available for you to write things down as well. It will help you to remain focused on the lesson at hand, help you to avoid getting drowsy and falling asleep, and it will help you to remain, to adhere to the attendance and the behavioral expectations for our Westlake Lions. You should also create a learning schedule for yourself and stick to it. You have a copy of the Bell schedule that you should be able to print out or at least write down a copy of. Make sure that you have paper and writing utensils with you, that you have a charging cord for your computer and for your phone in case you all are doing different online activities. Make sure you do not have your TV on or have distracting music on in the background. You want to make sure that you are organized. It would still be helpful for you to have a planner or an agenda to stay on top of your assignments. Also, make sure that you know how to submit your assignments before you log off of the session. Get clarity from your teacher to make sure that you are doing what you are supposed to be doing. Check Infinite Campus regularly so that you can stay on top of your grade and you know immediately when there is something that needs to be addressed or corrected, where there's an assignment that you forgot to turn in, or you need to get clarity on the grade you received on an assignment. You need to make sure you stay on top of things in Infinite Campus. If you have any questions about where you stand with your graduation credits or things like that, our graduation coach, Mrs. Hudson, is helpful and can help you understand the destination is graduation. That is our focus. We want to get 100% of you juniors graduated by the end of the year 2022. So make sure you check on this table, look at how many credits you should have and how many credits you currently have to make sure that you are on track for graduation. So think about this, juniors. Junior year is the last year to build your resume for college applications. Many students apply to colleges in the fall of their senior year, which means the grades that you earn this year will be the last ones on the transcripts before you submit your applications. So you want to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward. When you think about writing your educational resume or your activity resume, if you can't think of anything to put on it, that means that you need to get involved now. We are still having clubs and organizations during this virtual time, so it is important that you join a club and have some meaningful engagement in that club or organization starting this year if you don't already have that. Now, for the seniors that are graduating this year, the SAT and ACT is not as big of an issue, but juniors, the SAT and ACT is still going to be a part of your application process. So it is important that you get prepared and you take the SAT or ACT at least once before the summertime. So there are currently SAT dates and ACT dates available. You are going to want to make sure that you get signed up early because they have a reduced number of spaces based on the current situation and the COVID situation. You can use the website that is listed there to go ahead and see what the updates are and where you can go to take the SAT. In addition, the Apple Ruth website is available for you to begin to practice the SAT and ACT problems so that you make sure that you can put your best foot forward and do very well when you take the exam. So if you have not logged into the Apple Ruth website yet, you would go to appleruth.com/Westlake. In order to activate your account, you will use your student ID number and your graduation year. Once you do that, the website will walk you through the steps to log in and to get started with your prep work. All right, guys, I know I have given you a lot of information today, but I want to make sure that you are prepared to have the best junior year possible. Remember, I am here to support you and help you through this process. So I am Miss Janelle Wingfield, and my email address is wingfieldj, that is WINGFIELDJ @fultonschools.org. So if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. So that's your exit ticket today, guys. I need you to scan the QR code and enter your information so that we can give you credit for having reviewed the 2020-2021 Student Code of Conduct. Okay, because we are holding you accountable for having reviewed this information. It is important that you take responsibility and inform yourself of what the expectations are of you as a student. And guys, we have only just begun to master this virtual learning, to master this new normal that we're living in right now. You all, it will be an amazing year. I look forward to working with you, and thank you for being attentive. Have a wonderful day, guys.